Guys, today I am going to talk about the novel The Grass is Singing. The Grass is Singing is the first novel published in 1950 by the British author Doris Lessing. It takes place in Southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, in Southern Africa, during the 1940s and deals with the racial politics between whites and blacks in that country, which was then a British colony. It follows an emotionally immature woman's hasty marriage to an unsuccessful farmer and her ensuing mental deterioration, her murder, and the colonial British society's reaction to it. The novel created a sensation when it was first published and became an instant success in Europe and the United States. A Swedish-made adaptation, Gräset Sjunger, was filmed in English in 1981. Before talk about the summary, I want to talk about the character list of this novel. Mary Turner, raised in poverty with drunkard father who would spend any savings on alcohol. Mary manages to make a life for herself based on her intelligence and diligence. She lives in a boarding house for girls and works ably as a secretary in town. She falls for Dick Turner and lives with him to his farm. On the far, she oppressed both by the isolation by her husband's lack of success. This frustration channels into her latent feelings of racism, which leads to a strange inverted attraction when the African man she begins to take care of her. She eventually loses her mind and is murdered by him. The next character is Dick Turner, brought up in the impoverished family in suburb of Johannesburg in South Africa. Dick Turner worked several jobs before giving up plans to study to become a veterinarian, sorry, veterinarian and traveling to southern Rhodesia to live independently on a farm of his own. He incurs debts that he never manages to pay off while managing to stay off bankruptcy. He feels intensely lonely and takes Mary as a wife to assuage these feelings. After Mary gets into an illicit relationship with Moses and Charlie Slater practically forces Dick to leave his farm. Dick goes insane at the prospect of being anywhere else. Next character is Charlie Slater, a farmer neighboring Dick Turner's farm. Charlie Slater represents the cruelly extractive kind of colonialist farmer. He treats his workers purely and exhausts his soil to make money quickly. He becomes rich after the First World War and hopes to become even richer by buying up Turner's farm and expanding to other businesses. The next character is Tony Marston, an idealistic young British man who has come to southern Rhodesia to make money. Charlie Slater assigns him to work under Dick Turner for a time so that he can then take care of Turner's farm for a time. He is disturbed by seeing Mary allowing Moses to dress her. After Mary's murder, he gives up on farming and goes on northern Rhodesia to mine. The next character is Moses, an extraordinary intelligent and strong African laborer in the employ of the Turners, first in the field and then in their house. When trying to supervise the field worker, Mary B becomes infuriated at him for his speaking English and looking at her with a vaguely mocking look. She whips him in the face, but he does not retaliate. Later, as a houseboy, he takes care of an increasingly diligent Mary. He is fired of Tony Marston and then kills Mary. The next character is Sergeant Denham, the police sergeant who arrives on the scene of Mary Turner's murder, into to find that Charlie Slater has gotten there first. He shares Charlie's feeling of horror and disgust at the thought that Mary could have had relations with Moses. The next character is Mrs. Slater, Charlie Slater's wife. She tries to be neighborly to the Turners, but her offer to entertain or help them are rebuffed again and again by Mary. An unnamed farmer taunts Dick for losing his crops to drop calling him Jonah. Samson, the first native houseboy who Mary encounters, native policeman. Native policeman arrives at the scene of Mary's murder but differ to Charlie Slater because he is white. In next video I will discuss about its summary. Thank you.